Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So Alabama's offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Got him, and nobody's close. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to move the chains. Open space at the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Got his man! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Outside the pocket. Lets it go. Makes the grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, they wanted this guy catching the ball on the right side of the field. They could have just lined him up over there, but they didn't that time. He started off on the left side. He crossed the defense and made the catch on the right side of the field.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Maddox. And that pass intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's got it on the right. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Right on target this time. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking left. Complete downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Slips a tackle. Firing to the right, complete. Giving him his pads. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Tackle is made after the first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They get to him as he throws. Pulls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Good right down the boulevard. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Turns it on down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Maddox. He makes the connection. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He lets it fly. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to throw, it's Maddox. It's complete on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The expressway is wide open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break.
29 Philly.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking to pass. It's Maddox. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun. Give on the inside. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give out of the gun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Trying the run, it's Robbins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Trying to get to him. Working that left side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.